Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Today's video is last in the series of the various house lords in various houses, and today we are going to talk about the presence of the 12th house lord in different houses and what it means. Now this is a very important placement because the 12th house is also the last house of the zodiac of the horoscope, and this is also the cusp of your moving on, and so it is also called as the house of loss and waste and excess and spirituality and imagination and creativity. But definitely this is a house of leaving things behind, leaving your ego behind, leaving the materialistic cravings behind and moving on and then elevating yourself spiritually. So let's see what does the placement of the 12th house lord in different houses mean. Let's start with the first house first. Now the 12th house lord going into the first house shows that the earning of these 12th house lord will come through the lagna, which means that the lagna will earn through what you do about the 12th house or what actions you take about the 12th house. Now what is the lagna? The lagna is you and your manifestation in the life, your health, your reputation, your standing and your respect. And so it means you will be helped the most by what you let go of the 12th house, what sacrifices you do of the 12th house, and the biggest sacrifice that you can do is yourself, because now the 12th house lord is second into the first house. That means it is moving two places away and moving into the first house, which means letting go of the self, doing for others is the biggest earning for you, because the second house means the house of earnings and savings. So the biggest earning that you can do to the lagna, to your standing in both in this world and the hereafter, is by having a demeanor and moving towards or having the approach towards letting go. And the biggest letting go is of the self, which means being humble and serving others, and whatever you do in life, whatever vocation you do, whatever work you do, having a service bent of mind and having a letting go of yourself in that. That means losing yourself and serving to others, losing yourself in trying to help others, and truly finding what your approach in life is going to be, what your goal in life is going to be. Now this also means that when you sacrifice the ego, when you sacrifice the self, then you are raising your elevation spiritually and you are moving one step towards the moksha. And because the second house is also the house of earnings, this also is one of the biggest help that you can do to yourself through how you help others to earn their own livelihood. So helping others to have their own place in society, to have their own standing in society through their own livelihood in society, while you do things for yourself, for your standing in society and your status, which the first house represents. You should not forget others and what you came in this world for. You came into this world to serve others, to help others. So while you maintain, you're trying to get yourself risen and get your pride and respect and your status that the lagna represents, don't forget that others also have their own reputation, others also have their own needs of standing in society, and so provide the help and support there. The best support that you can do is to help people earn their livelihood. The other thing that you can do too is to help others also get a meal, which means that you need to let go of the materialistic needs for self. And so what is the second house? The second house is how much livelihood you can get, how much earning you can get, and save for yourself. So it says that the biggest saving that you can do is the saving for the karma, the saving for the 12th house, the saving for moving on. If you are not prepared to save for the moving on, then losses come to you. And so this is a tightrope walk you do, which means that while you're living in this world and you're earning and trying to get things for yourself, you should not forget that the best saving that you can do is for the hereafter. And your journey in life, your approach in life, your goal in life, your purpose in life should also be for the 12th house manifestation, because that is the biggest earning for you. And because the 12th house lord is going two places from itself and going into the first house. So if you are able to do that, you're able to live for others even while you're doing for yourself, and do the balance between how much you earn for self and help others to earn for themselves, help others get a livelihood, or provide a meal for others. This is the best thing that you can do. So the best donation is of providing, helping somebody else how they can earn a livelihood, rather than giving somebody a fish. Teach a man to fish is the important saying, and that's what you have to also to do when you have 12th house lord in the first house. The other is to use your imagination and your creativity to be able to raise yourself in society, because the 12th house is also the house of imagination and creativity. So raise yourselves up through imagination and using your creativity, and using that to earn for yourself and earn the karma for yourself, which means that you need to rise above the others who are working with you or who you get in touch with day-to-day basis. And using your creativity and imagination for your spiritual elevation is important here. This is also a placement which says that you came alone in this world. So the best saving is not the saving materialistically that you are going to take in your hands. The best saving is the saving of the karma, because you came alone and you will go alone. The lagna is the self, it is not others. Others are the 7th house. And the 12th house is the loss and waste and excess and giving up. So giving up of self is the biggest earning that you will get for the next world. So you came alone and you're going alone. So remember that and keep that as the best saving for yourself. And using that, you can raise yourself, raise your reputation in society. This is also good placement where the foreign lands are coming to you, or individuality is coming to you. The spiritual elevation is coming to you. So knowing that now the 12th house itself is coming to you, moksha is coming to you, which is an important placement, which says that the more you let go of the materialistic tendencies, the more you'll earn karma for yourself, and the spiritual elevation will happen for you. So letting go is important, and releasing what doesn't serve you and releasing the materialistic tendencies is important. This is also good placement for earning from foreign lands, but with a service bent of mind rather than individual bent of mind, and that will also help you. And this is also good placement where you can sit alone and you can also ponder over what your purpose in life is, and finding the true meaning of that and reaching out to help others. This is a good placement at both the karma and karmic level, as well as the at the materialistic level, and earning through imagination, creativity, and helping others. So this is also good placement where you could be serving in the armed forces, you could be in healing services, you could be in the judiciary, you could be in foreign service, or any service that you do in foreign lands or connected to MNCs is also this placement. What is the 12th house? The 12th house is also the house of sacrifices, which the armed forces do. So the giving up of life is the biggest sacrifice that you do. So your life in this world should be dedicated to serving the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Energy, which the 12th house's next step represents. So as long as you have that demeanor in mind, that my best status elevation will be to serving the Lord, serving the Supreme Energy by being ready to sacrifice my own needs, my own interests, and being humble, then this placement truly serves you. Otherwise, the losses of the 12th house, the losses of being more materialistic, the losses of wanting to do more in foreign lands but not being able to, not going there with the service bent of mind, losses by indulging in too many blood pressures, losses of making too many expenses so that you materialistically yourself, all these come to you. So if you have the 12th house lord in the first house, this is the good karmic placement of both success materialistically and in the next world. If you are humble, if you carry yourself with humility, if you have a demeanor of serving, keeping in mind that you came here alone and you'll go alone. And the best saving that you can have is the elevation of the karma, elevation at a spiritual level, and getting the most out of that placement. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the first house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord in the second house is now the 12th house lord going 3 places from itself, which means without efforts, earning and savings and livelihood will not come to you. However, this is also strong placement which says that your savings is directly connected to your earnings, which means if you save more, it is as good as earning more. The 12th house is the house of waste and excess, which means if you're spending too much money on yourself, trying to help yourself materialistically by having all the resources in life and not keep a tab on your spending, then obviously your livelihood or your earning will go down and you will eat into the savings, and those losses come to you, and then your savings are eroded and you then keep pushing for higher livelihood and higher earning, which the third house placement of the 12th house represents. Which means if you don't curb your expenditures, if you don't put a curb on how much you want to to live luxuriously, then you will have to keep effort all your life to keep earning more. With this placement, people keep thinking that why am I not able to save more, why am I not able to make more material assets like houses and get cars and all the conveniences. Sometimes little do they realize that they are spending way too much on themselves. Sometimes they are spending more than they are earning, and they are not keeping a percentage away of their money in terms of savings. This is a good placement where you work in percentages, which means whatever I earn, a certain percentage of that only I will spend on my food, only a certain percentage of that I will spend on my medical expenses, a certain percentage of that will go into entertainment, a certain percentage of that will go on my family or wife and children, and a certain percentage of that will go in savings. So whenever according to my earnings I will work in percentages, and there will always be a certain percentage, 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, doesn't matter, but that will definitely go into my savings. When you do that and you have a curbing my losses mentality, then the effort is going towards preventing the losses, and that preventing your losses automatically increases your earnings. This is also a good placement because now you understand the value of money, you understand the value of resources, and in this world we have limited resources. So this placement teaches you the value of resources and the value of sharing, because when you're saving, that saving can be used for others. If the saving is in the bank, that money is utilized for those people who don't have money, and then who take loans so that their own livelihood can be increased, they themselves can get a home. So in doing your savings, you're also helping others. So the effort now in saving or curbing the expenses goes in increasing your livelihood and increasing your earnings. Second, this is also placement where, because the 12th house denotes solitude or being alone, this also shows that in your earning, in your saving, especially at a karmic level, nobody is going to help you. You will have to help yourself. You came alone in this world and you will have to go alone from this world. So the best saving that you can do is your karma, and that you will do alone. While in this world you may have a team or others working with you to help you earn more. However, when you eventually leave this world and move on onto the next realm, or you have a spiritual elevation, your hands will be empty. What you carry in your hands will be the savings of the karma. So the effort that you do should not be so much in earning money, the materialistic one, because that will lead you to losses, the karmic losses, but not maybe the materialistic losses. The materialistic losses will come to you when you're spending too much money in living the life luxuriously, and the karmic losses will come to you when all your attention is going into earning only. So this is also placement where it tells you, think again. You came alone in this world and you're going to go alone. So spend enough attention or enough effort in also saving for a rainy day on a karma level, at a karmic level. Also at a materialistic level, curb your savings so that you don't have to spread your hands in front of others. Then you'll be left alone when you eat up into your savings and some problems of the 12th house comes to you. When you're in problems which the 12th house throws at you, then you will find that you're left alone, which the 12th house also denotes being that of being in solitude. So be careful if you have the 12th house lord in the second house, especially if it's in an inimical sign. This tells you that you can earn a lot, you can save a lot also by curbing on your savings, and the more effort that you put in savings could be good for you. But also remember that savings at a karmic level are also important for you, and if you don't do that, then you will be left alone both in this world and in the next world. The other is also that because it is 3 houses away and it denotes effort, it means that moksha will not come easy to you, which the 12th house denotes. The moksha will come to you with effort. and you have to earn the moksha. It will not just be given on a platter to you, which the second house represents, the earning. So the best earning of moksha will come to you with efforts, and that will come with only serving others and helping others. And serving your family, which the second house represents, is the first step towards your earning. So the family that you're born into, which is father, mother and siblings, and the house and tribe that you're born into, your first duty is towards them, and that duty will remain with you for life. You can never disown your father, you can never disown your mother, and you'll always have to serve them. And the best karmic learning that you can get, or earning that you get, or the best livelihood and saving that you get of karma is to serve your mother and father, which the second house represents. The placement of the 12th house lord into the third house is a good placement. One, the third house is an upachaya house, which means that success of the 12th house will come to you with effort, and when you are ready to move out of your comfort zone. The third house is the placement of doing short journeys or the neighborhood. So it means moving out of the home and being ready to serve the community, serving the people around you. And that's the next step after serving your parents, serving your siblings. So your second duty is towards your community, the people who are around you. You can't be living in a castle up in the air and the people around you are the poorest of the poor. They don't have their own home, they don't have a livelihood, they don't have money to eat. They are not somebody who are well fed and they go to sleep hungry. So the second duty that you have after serving your family is to serve the neighborhood, the immediate community. So your job is to move out of your comfort zone and look after the community, and that's why the 12th house placement is 4 places away into the third house. The third house being the house of effort, communication, marketing. It means that your marketing for self and your karma should be best served through the effort that you do for others in the community, which the third house represents. No neighbor should go hungry, no neighbor should be in a problem with you around, and that is your duty that you will have to do. And because it is 4 houses away, it shows that both the material gains will come into your life after working hard, which the third house represents hard work, and self-enterprise, which means while you can depend on others, while you can depend on team, you can depend on the support of spouse and others, without the self-effort, nothing will come to you and nothing will easily come to you. Which means also is that your branding and communication is important. Branding yourself or communicating in a manner which helps others and serves you to get a livelihood and serves you materialistically is also important. And so the best way to market yourself is also how you are serving others, and ready to let go, and to be humble in this world, and to prepare yourself spiritually for the next world. And only after putting in the effort to move away from the comfort zone will you get both the success at the world level and at a spiritual level. And this placement says that the effort is required for everything in life. Nothing will come easy because it is 4 houses away, which means without effort the materialistic gains will not come to you, the mental peace will not come to you, the domestic happiness will not come to you, the conveniences of this world will not come to you also. And because of being 4 places away, the gains of the 12th house will come in the efforts of the third house over a period of time. So you will have to work hard on your karma and be ready to give up the comforts of your home and to serve others and to serve the community also, and tend to gain spiritually and for spiritual elevation. So this is a good placement for both the materialistic gains that you can do through using your communication, through using your branding, and also at a spiritual level. This also shows that if you are spending too much effort on those things which are not important for you, then you will also face waste and excess, which means don't chase things very materialistically, which the 4th placement of the 12th house denotes. So if you are too materialistic in your endeavors, all your efforts go behind chasing materialistic things, then losses will come to you. So if you are helping others, if you are helping the community, then and you are not focused only on self, then the materialistic gains will come to you, the resources will come to you, and there should be a balance between how much you do for others, your community and the neighborhood, and you do for self. Then that goal will be serving you more, and then there will be more sustenance rather than losses. and the best sustenance can be of you through over a period of time helping others, through the upachaya dissemination of the third house, and over a period of time through serving others, through serving the community and neighborhood, you also gain the spiritual ascension of the 12th house, and that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the third house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 4th house is also a very good placement. Here it says that going 5 places away from itself and into the 4th house, it shows that without taking risks, you will not get efforts of the materialistic side of life. You will not get house, conveniences, everything, and the gains that come because of being 5 places away, the mental peace, the best mental peace comes to you when you are also helping others and ready to let go for family, which means being ready to sacrifice for the family. The 12th house also means sacrificing, giving up, letting go. So letting go of self for family is important, and through the letting go of the self, the ego, and helping in the domestic causes will then get you the mental peace and will also get you the happiness. The other thing it also says that being 5 places away, gains of the domestic happiness comes to you only when you take risks for family rather than for self. And because you need to work hard to keep the family intact, you need to work hard to keep the spouse happy, to keep the household intact. So striving for and putting in the efforts for them, taking risks for the family is important. And this shows that education is very important. Without education in life, because of being 5 places away, without education in life, because without the qualification, you will not be able to make materialistic gains. So education is important. If education is not there, the qualification is not there, then the losses that the 12th house represents comes to you. Then you make losses materialistically, and then you are always thinking of why I am not able to gain more. And so then the mental peace doesn't come to you, happiness in the household also doesn't come to you. The other thing is that treating the children well is important, and if it's a risk if you don't take care of your children well because of the 5th house dissemination of the 4th house, and these are not given to everybody. So this is a wealth which the 4th house represents, which is not given to everyone. So treat them well, or they become a risk for society later on. And so the losses of your karma will come if you don't train your kids well, if you don't bring them up well, if your upbringing for the children, which also the 4th house represents, is not done well, they become a risk for the society. And so your karma will be uplifted, your spiritual upliftment will happen when you take care of the household also very well, and you also bring up your children very well. The other thing is, the 5th house represents the sanchita karma, which means that the best sanchita karma that you can gain for yourself and improve your sanchita karma is to help the family and to serve the spouse and to serve the children, because this is one dissemination of the grihastha ashrama. The other part is the 7th house. So in the grihastha ashrama, and to serve the mother, which also the 4th house represents, through that the spiritual elevation will be higher, and the gains at a spiritual level also will be higher. Mother is very, very important, and the biggest risk that you can take as part of your sanchita karma is to ignore serving the mother, ignore serving the spouse, ignore serving the kids, and not to create a household which is an asset for the society rather than a risk in society, is this placement. So be ready to take more risks, even in change in career may be a part of the risks, so that you gain both materialistically as well as you gain for the hereafter. So the best gain for the hereafter is where you serve the spouse, you serve the mother, you serve the children, and you bring up the household in such a manner which serves society also. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 4th house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 5th house is an important placement. It says that one, because it is 6 houses away from itself, it says that if you take risks in speculative investments, then it is a kind of a sickness which the 6th house represents. So the sickness of taking too many risks in gaining from the speculative investments, and gambling is a bad sickness. It will take everything away from you. So don't indulge in a sickness by taking risk or investing too much in speculative gains and trying to gain through the shortcut. Hard work is very important, and serving others and gaining through that is more important rather than getting into the sickness which the sixth house placement, 6 places away from yourself represent. If you do that, and if you are trying to get into a shortcut, then the litigation and the court cases and the competition and the animosity from the others which the 6th house represents will come to you, and that will eventually lead you to losses which the 12th house represents. So keep away from the losses of the 12th house, keep away the losses at a karma level, keep away from the losses at a spiritual level by not chasing materialism and not trying to find a shortcut, not getting into gambling, not to play with fire, and then otherwise you will invite the challenges which the 6th house represents, and that is a sickness. It's a mental sickness, because the 5th house is also the house of prarabdha karma, and 12th house lord is going 6 houses away, and the 6th house placement is the placement of serving. So serving others is the best way to improve your sanchita karma. The 6th house represents the underprivileged people. So serving the underprivileged people is the best way to get the gains of the sanchita karma and to elevate your spirit, elevate yourself spiritually, which the 12th house represents. This is also placement which says that if your focus in your career is based on serving others, then the gains will come to you, because the 5th house is also the 8th house to the 10th house, which means upheavals in career and changes, challenges in careers, which means that if you don't have a service bent of mind, then the losses that the 12th house represents comes to you in your career, and your career will face upheaval, the career will face challenges. So have a service bent of mind and be ready to take risks where serving others is concerned rather than chasing materialistically. Then the gains will also come to you. This is also good placement where using imagination and creativity will also bring gains of the 5th house. Where you may be able to overcome the competition with the 6th house represents, which others represent, and you may be able to do very, very well. However, the 5th house being the house of education, it also means that you can overcome the competition better and you can prevent the losses, materialistic losses for yourself if you invest in education. And this education is not only important at a world level but even at a karmic level, because the 5th house is the house of sanchita karma, which means the more you are ready to elevate yourself spiritually through learning the mantra, the shlokas which the 5th house represents, which also represent the ancient text, and through that education you serve others, you understand them well and serve others, then the gains of the 12th house will come to you rather than the losses it represents. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 5th house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord into the 6th house is an important placement, because now the 12th house lord is going 7 places away, and this is also a placement of the Viparita Rajyog. So whenever a Dusthana lord goes into any other Dusthana, it is a strong Viparita Rajyog. So yeah, the 12th house lord going 7 places away into the 6th house shows that serving is a team effort. It is good to serve others alone, but it is also important that you take people along. Better teamwork helps you to serve better and to then gain the spiritual elevation that the 12th house represents. Also, serving others in a team effort reduces the losses of effort which you may otherwise end up doing, and you may face competition and losses and even sicknesses if you try to go it alone rather than working with people. So working with people, working in teams and serving with a team bent of mind is important, because while you came into this world alone, in this world you work with people, and the 6th house represents underprivileged people, which means to serve them better you need to learn to work with people. When you learn to work with people, then you can serve better and prevent the losses, and then help the elevation of your soul also. The 7th house also represents all those who meet on a day-to-day basis. So this means that your karma to serve others is a daily thing. It is not a one-off thing that you do once in a while. you need to have a service bent of mind on a day-to-day basis. Do at least one karma of serving others on a day-to-day basis if whole day cannot be spent into that. If the work that you do, the career that you are, if you have a service bent of mind, how I'm helping others, how I'm contributing to society, then that's an important placement, an important way to approach work and to serve others. And then the losses of the spiritual level don't come to you, the losses of career don't come to you, competition doesn't overpower you, which the 6th house represents, and you have a higher success of overcoming competition in competitive exams. Litigations, challenges which the 6th house represents and the losses from which the 12th house represents will be reduced further when you learn to work with teams, learn to work with others. And if you treat others very well, then others will also treat you well, and then the litigation, the challenges, the issues, the losses of relationships will also not come to you, which the 6th house represents. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 6th house for you. A very, very karmic placement, because the 12th house lord is going with the 6th house, the Bhrigu Bhav, serve others better and get the spiritual elevation. A very, very powerful placement to work with teams for the spiritual elevation. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 7th house here is a placement where the 12th house lord is going 8 places away from itself. So what does it say? That the upheavals and challenges and obstacles which the 8th house represents will come less to you, and the challenges will come less to you when you build relationships which the 7th house represents. And the obstacles in life can be best saved or best faced with people supporting you or standing by you. So when you are in a partnership, you have your spouse who's standing by you, or you have people who stand by you, or friends who stand by you, then the challenges of the 8th house, the obstacles of the 8th house, which the placement of the 12th house lord being 8 places away represents, will be less for you. The losses will be less for you, which means take care of your spouse, take care of your partnership, treat people well, treat people as an equal, which the 7th house represents. Have the balance between what you need and what others need. Then the obstacles and issues of life, the losses that the 8th house represents, will be less to you. And so the challenges and the losses that at a spiritual level will also come to you less, because the 7th house is also the house of Grihastha Ashrama, and the Grihastha Ashrama is one of the most important ashramas which most of our ancient texts say. And they say without the Grihastha Ashrama and serving the Grihastha Ashrama, moksha or salvation is not possible for you. So because the 12th house represents moksha and salvation, and is going 8th house away into the 7th house, and the 8th house also represents moksha. So now 2 moksha bhavas are getting connected with the 7th house of the Grihastha Ashrama, which means the best chance of moksha for you comes with the Grihastha Ashrama or the 7th house, which means helping and working with others and serving others. The 7th house represents everyone and anyone who you meet on a day-to-day basis. So the best chance of moksha comes to you when you serve others and help others overcome their obstacles in life, overcome their challenges in life. And that is the best gain of moksha that you can get. That is the best gain of the 12th house you can get, and that is the best spiritual elevation that you can get when you're treating the spouse very well, when you work with people, you work with teams, you work with others and help others overcome the obstacles in life. And through that dissemination of helping others, being committed, being loyal, and having a service bent of mindset to anyone and everyone, that will give you the best spiritual elevation which both the 8th house and the 12th house represents. It also means that if you cheat, if you're not loyal, then the issues of the 8th house will also come to you, and the challenges and upheavals will come to you more. And if you indulge in the bad pleasures of the 12th house and the secrets of the 8th house, and then if you combine both of these, then the 7th house Grihastha Ashrama will suffer, and then the challenges and issues will come to you. If you do it very well, then the 8th house also represents help and support from unknown avenues. So that unknown avenues or from the supreme energy, that support will come to you, that help will come to you, inheritance will come to you, shared property will also be of gains to you. And so serve the Grihastha Ashrama well, serve the other people well, and you will be served in return. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 7th house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord into the 8th house means now it is going 9 places away from itself. Now the 12th house is the house of moksha. and when it goes 9 places away, the 9th house is the strongest house of gains. And so now going into the 8th house, this is the strong Viparit Rajyog, 12th house going into the 8th house, but 9 places itself, which means a very, very strong gain bringing placement of moksha. One moksha bhav going 9 places away into the other moksha bhav, which means the more life throws challenges at you, the more tribulations life throws at you, the issues it throws at you, the obstacles it throws at you, that is the gain of moksha for you. And so sometimes when we think that why am I facing all these challenges? Everybody else seems to have money, name, fame, family, good health. I seem to be the only one who's suffering. Why I suffer so much? Why do illnesses come to me? Why do challenges in relationships come to me? Why do issues in money and materialistic areas come to me? Why do challenges in service come to me? In the job arena come to me? All these come to you with this placement. If you are being prepared for the next year, it is wiping away all the sanchita karma, all the bad karma is being washed away. You are in this laundrette, you are in this washing machine where everything is being cleansed out of your system. So if you are able to face the challenges, the issues and obstacles which the 8th house represent, then the gain of moksha, a moral is guaranteed to you if you don't compromise on your principles and values and the duty, because the 9th house placement is of the duty and being religious and being morally ethical, which means if you carry your morals, if you're ethical, even while facing the challenges of the 8th house, then both the gains from any secret avenues where you don't even know where the help comes to you, and the help can come to you, and moksha and rather than losses which the 12th house represents, the gains of this life will also come to you, and the higher gains of the spiritual elevation to moksha will come to you. So this is a placement which says don't be afraid of challenges, issues, obstacles, upheavals in your life. Face them with courage. Face them with all your energy. Face them with life. The 8th house is also the house of ayu or life. So live your life in spite of issues and challenges, and then the doors of fate and luck both in this world will come to you, and the gains of moksha will also come to you. So don't hesitate, face it with the open heart. This also means that the higher learning that comes through facing the experiences. What has the soul come into this life for? Your soul has come into the life to face various experiences, upheavals, issues, and through that higher learning get a spiritual elevation. This is a very, very good placement where the highest learning at a spiritual level comes to you from facing the issues and to indulge in the mysteries of the 8th house. The 8th house is various mysteries of life, and so being keen on and accepting and submissive to the mysteries of life, the challenges of life, rather than being too much cynical and skeptical and being sad about it, will eventually lead you to moksha. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 8th house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 9th house is a very, very karmic placement. One, the 12th house of moksha, letting go, releasing yourself, releasing everything at a materialistic level, losing yourself, losing everything, is going 10 places away into the 9th house of duty and the prarabdha karma, which means the prarabdha karma that you've been given in this life is served best through doing your karma, because now the 12th house lord is going 10 places away into the 9th house of prarabdha karma. So this is also a very strong karmic placement for you, which means if you keep doing your karma, if you keep doing your duty, if you do it with moral, ethical values, and if you do it with the faith and belief which the 9th house represents. So having the belief in the hereafter, having a belief in the supreme energy, having a belief that there is a life after that, and you can get that spiritual elevation by doing your duty, by having ethical moral values. So doing your karma and indulging in your karma and doing with all your heart and soul and making that your fate and luck, and saying this is my fate, this is my luck, is to do my duty, and through that my spiritual elevation will come. And indulging or putting yourself completely into that is this placement. This is also gives you the high elevation. It will also give you the high understanding of life when you keep doing your karma. This is a strong placement where the doors of fate and luck at a karmic level are open to you if you do your duty and you do it diligently. You do it without cutting corners. This is also a placement where you should use your higher learning, use your educational qualifications to do your karma and to serve others, and not worry about losses. And if you keep doing your duty, then both the gains of this world will come to you and the gains of the hereafter also will come to you. This is also a placement of saying don't shy away from learning more or getting more qualifications, because that will help you in your karma, that will also help you in your career, that will also help you to do your duty better, and being diligent about higher learning, being disciplined about your qualification, being disciplined with your gurus, and doing your karma is to serve gurus, your karma is to serve father. If you're serving your gurus, you're serving your fathers, then the high learning, the spiritual elevation and the learning both will come to you, which will eventually help you in your karma. Losses will be reduced and gains will also come to you. This is also a strong placement of you gaining from foreign lands by traveling long distance and eventually doing your karma in foreign lands and working in foreign lands and getting a very strong placement abroad. But without gaining higher degrees, without serving the gurus, you will not be served more. Which means the more qualification that you have and you're not afraid of going and serving in foreign lands and being dedicated and disciplined, then your doors of fate and luck will open for you and you may be able to do better also. Because the 9th house is also the house of prarabdha karma, it shows that the prarabdha karma is served by serving others and that becoming focus, and you should not move away from it. This is also strong placement of serving people from every culture and not to create differences and how you see one from the others. Dealing with different cultures, meeting with different cultures and serving others in different ways is this placement. A person can go to foreign lands and become a professor, can be a teacher, can be an expert, can be a master. This is also strong placement where you could be in air ticketing, you could be in travel and tourism, in any manner getting connected to cultures across across boundaries in the education sphere and using that to help others. This is also good placement where you could also get high learning and philosophical learning and get PhDs, even PhDs in theology or in philosophy, and using your imagination and creativity serving others. A strong placement, a gain bringing placement of both of this world and the other world, very karmic placement is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 9th house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 10th house means now the 12th house lord is going 11 places away from itself. Now the 11th house is the house of your aspirations and of your dreams and your desires. So the dreams and desires of the 12th house of moksha, of salvation are coming to you through your karma, which the 10th house represents. Which means if you are somebody who serves your elders, serves authority figures, serve those people who are your gurus, and is ready to work with humility with people who are of authority. Sometimes we get into unnecessary issues and challenges with your supervisors and managers. The reason that they have been given their authority over you is for a reason, and which also shows that sometimes you need to practice humility and you need to also serve the community through serving them. You are serving an organization through serving your managers and supervisors, and through serving the organization and serving the larger humanity, you are gaining more because it is 11 places away from itself. So by serving, being the karma of the 10th house, the 11th house is also served. And doing your karma will get your heart's desires and will get you gain, name, fame, everything. But it also says that without the discipline, without the dedication, without the loyalty, you will not be able to help others at a societal level, which the 11th house represents. So working with dedication, working with commitment, with loyalty, learning to work with supervisors and your managers, respecting authority figures, creating good relations with authority figures will reduce the losses which the 12th house represents and increase their chances of spiritual elevation, and you will get both the name, fame, everything which the 11th placement away from itself represents at a societal level and at a karmic level, and that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 10th house for you. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 11th house is extremely spiritual placement. Why is it a very spiritual placement? Because now the 12th house lord is going 12 places away from itself. Now the 12th house lords represent losses. So losses is what the 11th house represents, which means losses are taken away from you. Serving alone is taken away from you. And serving at the societal level is important. Serving with large masses of people or serving large masses of people will help you gain the spiritual ascension. So the losses will be least when you work for society, when you work for the larger humanistic challenges and issues which the 11th house represents. If you're working in the large organization, in a foreign land, in a foreign country, then think of serving the most at the highest level and keep in focus that you are helping others, and that's why the money is coming to you, the gains in foreign lands is coming to you, because you are being utilized for serving at a higher level across communities, across lands. Earlier, going across seas was seen as a taboo, it was seen as a bad placement. Today it is seen as a best placement, as an opportunity. So see this as an opportunity given to you where the losses are being taken away from you. If you are serving society, if you are ready to invest your energies working with others for large societal problems rather than individual problems. So it means losing self for society will reduce your losses and bring you gains, will bring you spiritual gains and the gains of this world. The 11th house is the house of all your desires being met. So your desires in this world will also be met and the other world will also be met if you are ready to work at a societal level and you think much higher than your individual small problem. If you keep your problems aside and you are learning to work with people with societal connection and all those who also feel similarly for your beliefs and for a certain goal in life, a certain aim in life, then that is something that will also help you at a spiritual level. Because you came into this world alone and you are going to go alone, and hence giving up the self is very important. The loss of self will get you the gains of moksha. The loss of individual aspiration and having aspiration at a societal level will get you moksha. The loss of your own at a base level what your needs are, but looking at the higher needs of society will get you the moksha and will also get you gains of foreign lands, of working with people. This is also a good placement where giving up yourself, which the 12th house represents, to serve others, to give people security, which the armed forces represent. So giving up your life, sacrificing for others, sacrificing for society is the biggest gain that you can get, both in this world and the hereafter. And that is the placement of the 12th house lord in the 11th house for you. The placement of the 12th house in the 12th house lord in the 12th house itself, extremely strong placement, which says that here you are given a chance, a strong chance, even while your focus of other planets being other houses, and you can gain from it, and other dissemination, other manifestations can be there. The placement of the 12th house lord in the 12th house means a very strong placement for you to also earn your karma while you do anything else, which means focus on not spending much on yourself, focus on not getting into too many luxurious things, focus on serving others. Here this is a very strong placement which says, because you came alone in this world and you're going alone, so keep your focus on looking beyond yourself, because now you're in the 12th house. So looking beyond, start looking beyond, being very imaginative and creative in how you help others, and start looking at the next realm. Learn about the higher realm. Invest your time and effort in also being connected to the Lord. Do spiritual activities. Elevate yourself spiritually. Be grateful for whatever you have got. Be grateful for whatever situation that you face and submit to the will of the Lord. Many people have a very strong house, 12th house lord in the 12th house. You will find that even while in the strongest of challenges, these people become more spiritual. They turn to the Lord. They turn to the spiritual energy, and many times because they turn towards the spiritual energy and they have strong faith and belief in the life hereafter, many of the issues and the challenges, they come very fast and they are washed off also very fast. This is a strong placement where you can gain at a spiritual level, you can gain in foreign lands, you can gain in armed forces or constabulary, you can gain in any placement or any job or duty where you have to sit and do things alone. This is also a placement where you ruminate into your thoughts and you meditate and then you gain. If you're an individual performer, then through your individual performance also you can be able to serve society. Sometimes this is also placement where you have done that and been there working with people, working with society, working with your spouse or in partnership. This is the placement where with other planetary placement and other houses, of course you will do your duty, but in the 12th house most of the time it will be go it alone, which means many times people may not support you, people may not come with you, society may not support you, sometimes the spouse may not support you in what you're trying to do for others. You may face a backlash, you may face competition, you may face hidden sources trying to not help you in where you're trying to serve others, where you're trying to serve the supreme energy, where you're trying to serve humanity and you want to give up. This is almost the placement of an ascetic, which says I want to give up completely what I have in life and I want to move into the next real. So when you completely let go of the self and you're looking at whether somebody supports you or not, whether you have the money or not, just having the intention, the meaning and the strong intention and the strong goal to serve the supreme energy comes in, and you become spiritual, and whatever the supreme energy gives you, be thankful and grateful to him or her, whatever the supreme energy's gender is, and through that the spiritual elevation happens and the loss of the materialistic things is it doesn't bother you anymore. Whether you have money or not doesn't bother you anymore. Whether you have good health or not doesn't matter to anymore. Whether you work in a team or not doesn't matter to you anymore. And your connection is with the supreme energy, with the supreme Lord. And through that you have a strongest chance towards moksha, to gain brownie points of moksha. And that is the placement of the 12th house Lord in the 12th house for you. So friends, now that we have seen the placement of the 12th house Lord in the various 12 houses, see how your 12th house is placed in various houses, what yogas it is in, what doshas it is in, what aspects it is involved in, and what dasha period you are facing, and accordingly manifest what it means and utilize this energy accordingly. If you are looking for a consultation from me, please reach out to me, the links given below. Please share this video, please like this video. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.